or as I like to say, happy Friday. We've almost done it. We've almost made it to the weekend, and guess what? We're chalking it up as a win. Hey, Nebraska can't lose this week. We'll call it a win. We're going to have some fun because there's a lot to talk about in college football, and you know what that means. Strick's picks coming up in the next segment. Make sure you stick
What's my record?
That. You're 5-5.
5-5.
We'll get into it because you know what? If you would have bet with Strick last week, you wouldn't have won money. But on the more positive spin of things, you wouldn't have lost money. So let's see what Strick can do. Officially, Strick, I don't know if you – first of all, I got to make sure everyone knows. 402-464-5685, Honda of Lincoln Hotline, Starter Name and Text Line. We want to hear from you as always. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can follow us on all of those platforms. Check on what's going on here in studio. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We are 40 subscribers away until 2,000 on YouTube.
Dude, we're on our way, baby.
We are on our way to 2,000, then 3,000.
My basketball
then 4,000,
number.
then 5,000.
My basketball number and add 2 zeros.
21.
Well, no, 20. But my 2020. Yeah, I'm gonna show this jersey in a second.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna let you finish your little segment.
I gotta show you my little thing, but I hope David's listening right now because
Dave is the man.
He got you the shirt, and
Dave Schumacher.
As your co-host, I think it's kind of messed up. I didn't get one too. So, David, if you're listening to this, you got to get me an Eric Strickland jersey, the ticket jersey. But again, 402-464-5685, Starter Heyman text line, Honda of Lincoln Hotline. We want to hear from you. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook.
You know what's crazy about the ticket?
What's going on?
I
got my spiel done. I'm done.
You want to know what's crazy about the ticket?
What's that? That they got
most people,
got a cool jersey?
Other than the fact that it's red, and my basketball number in college for Nebraska was 21. But there's a nickname out there. Whose nickname? Starter Heyman text lines wide open. Basketball card for E-Strick for the first one that would, other than the red, who's the ticket? No, and carries the same number. Who's the ticket?
Wait.
In the NBA.
Oh, I know the answer.
Too late.
I know the answer.
It's too late.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Nobody's hit it yet.
I know. No, I know that.
But basketball card. Call in to Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. That's if you guess it on the text line. Call in so that way we can get you coordinated, get your name, so forth and so on, to find out how to get an authorized E-Strick.
Well, I deserve a basketball.
Somebody got it.
I know the answer to this. All right, that's what I was about to say.
I don't know who it is. Send your name. Text your name. Last 4 of your number 3329. Text your name. You are the winner.
Ding.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't want nobody to be looking at me thinking I'm him. Because there's a guy that's the ticket number 21.
I know. Well, he got that one. I mean, now that we have a winner, it's Kevin Garnett. He got that when he was in Minnesota, right? Or did he get that? Yeah,
in Minnesota?
I was about to say he got that when he was in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Is that why he was that because he used to sell a lot of tickets?
Well, hey, that's a good guess.
I want to know the theory behind because I know I used to have actually Strick, believe it or not, my first ever NBA basketball jersey was Kevin Garnett.
Really?
It was a Timberwolves Kevin Garnett jersey. I like Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett's the man. We should have him on the show.
Should.
Do you know Kevin Garnett?
I don't know if I can get. I know him enough.
Well, no,
we came in or just around the same time. Those. The crazy thing about here's the crazy thing about a lot of NBA guys, right? Hold on one second. I want to make sure so we can put down. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing about a lot of NBA guys, right?
We're giving out basketball cards.
Even with T. Lou, right? They changed. Now, other than me, it's been a long time since I've had pretty much the same number for quite a while now. I did change one number, so there has been people that's like, "Dang, did your number change?" Yes, it did at one point, and I did that when I got married, and so I didn't want to have that number,
right?
Because it was attached to
fair enough
that previous time.
Right.
So, but they changed numbers like the wind, bro. A lot of them, and so. Then some of them don't monitor they don't really monitor, all of them don't, some do. They don't monitor their social media pages. They sometimes have other people do that for them.
Right.
And then everybody and their mom is jumping in there trying to figure out how they can get a hold to them, or get in touch with them. And
so you don't even know how
them.
you would get in touch with Kevin Garnett.
KG, yeah, I haven't been in KG circle for a while. And here's why. I mean, I've got guys that I still talk to because you just established those relationships. Right. You like I saw Spud at the golf tournament. Obviously, anytime I can get in touch with Starks. Me and Alan Houston reconnected because we had each other's numbers.
We had Rick Mahorn on the show.
So Rick, Sed, Sabalas, a lot of the old school guys, yeah. But the younger guys, not as much. Mike Finley, still him. A lot of those
Mike
guys.
Finley on the show.
Mike is tough. He's different. Mike is quiet.
Oh, really?
Mike doesn't like to. Mike likes to stay in the background, kind of, just be silent. He doesn't do too much on his social media. He does some, but not too much. But yeah, anyway, yeah, man, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, like even for myself, it's hard. I tell some of my friends, I'm like, look, don't just pass my number around.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I understand, even if I got in touch with somebody, there's a protocol.
Right. And you guys have careers after basketball. That's a big part of it too. Like you have lives, you have careers. Like, I mean, it's not just basketball and then you're done. Well, I was about to say you're boys with Sam Cassell, aren't you?
Yeah, I know Sam.
So I bet that would probably be the connection to Kevin Garnett if I had to guess what it would be. They played together for a while with the team.
Yeah, right? Sam's coaching now. I think he's actually with Tehran. I think he's in Clipper. He may be up next for a coaching job. He may be one of the ones that's next to get a coaching job. Yeah.
He was pretty good.
Yeah. Sam is he was a silent killer, a silent assassin. And what about him was was unique? He had that old man, slow man game. It didn't look like he could go by you, or he would beat you, and then he'd hit you with a little shoulder, fall off you with a little slow shot. And then you're like, how the heck is he getting this off? I don't even understand it. But yeah.
But somehow he does it.
Somehow he got it done.
That's right. Well, that's pretty cool, Strick. I always love hearing about
Tyler. I know it's not the ticket. Everybody knows that. It's the big ticket. He's 7 foot tall.
But if you guys are on the stream,
it's the same.
If you guys are on the stream, you see Strick's jersey. He's wearing the ticket.
The ticket.
So we're going with the ticket.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, I know it's the big ticket.
Again, I hope David's listening because I need to get.
You guys are so purist sometimes on the line. It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. And you played against Kevin Garnett. Give Strick the benefit of the doubt. Come on, guys. What are we doing? But we will have Strick's picks up next. Again, 5-5 last week. Strick, I don't know if you heard, there's going to be a sportsbook kiosk in Lincoln starting tomorrow.
What do you like to be able to put the
bets
on the game?
So you might want to sprinkle some money on Strick's picks. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but we'll get into it next year on the block. 93.7 The Ticket.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over. Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bachhoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Quilliers, and Brent Excavating.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smooth. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online at deckcityne.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
A few showers will still be possible this morning, but by late this afternoon, we'll try to mix in some sunshine, staying cool with a high of 69, south winds at around 15. Clear tonight with a low dropping down to around 52, and an absolutely gorgeous start to the weekend. Sunny skies tomorrow with highs back to around 84. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Nate on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Take that.
Welcome back to On the Block, 93.7 The Ticket.
That.
My name is Nate Brennan. He's the Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA vet Eric Strickland. We want to hear from all of you as always. 402-464-5685. That's the Starter Heyman text line. Also, the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Strick, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. We got people that want to talk. They want to get in.
Yeah.
They want to say what's up, and we love it.
That's why we
always can call into the Honda
Absolutely.
Lincoln hotline. If we're not talking about something, we'll get you on.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. And we're going to head to the Honda Lincoln hotline because Jeff from Tampa's on the line. What's going on, Jeff?
Hey, guys. First time I've ever called in. I found you guys on YouTube and give you a little background. I was at the game of the century in 71. I was a 7-year-old boy. I broke my heart, but I became a Husker fan at OU, which is where I went to school. And, we used to fight over who was going to be Jack Mildren or Jerry Hackey in neighborhood football. And so, I missed the rivalry greatly. But I wanted to throw this out because I hate seeing where Nebraska is. I was hoping Scott Frost would be the answer to get Nebraska back to where they ought to be, which is top 10 every year. You know, I grew up Bob Devaney and Tom Osborne.
Right.
But do you think Nebraska went off when they fired Solich and brought in? They went away from what made Nebraska, and they really have never gone back, because every high school in Nebraska, it seems, ran the Husker offense, ran the Husker defense, and every kid in Nebraska wanted to play there. I mean, the walk-on program, nobody's ever had that kind of walk-on program, and it's because Nebraska is the only D1 school in the state. I mean, every kid grows up dreaming of being a Husker. Right. And, I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Well, Jeff, we appreciate the call, man. Thanks for following us on YouTube as well. A shout out to all of our listeners on YouTube. It's interesting, Strick, because I want you to talk about this, because I know when you were at school, you were obviously there during part of the dominant years, part of that walk-on program, part of that kind of grit and mentality. And I think what Jeff's kind of trying to get at, and he's talking about, is like, you had this passion to play for Nebraska. Like that. And that's the biggest thing that I think he said, is he's like, it's the only in-state school. It's the passion. It's the want to play for Nebraska. And I've talked to people too that obviously they played college football, might not be at the level of Nebraska, but they're like, I would do anything to get on that field. And one of the things that we see now is that you don't really see that passion. You don't really see that want to. And when did that happen? Because I think that's a valid question. We'll get to Strick's picks here at the second hour. Now we can get into this, because this is a good conversation.
And call in too, or text in, call back. You know, give us your thoughts as well on the Sutter Heyman text line as well. I think I would like to say it happened probably right around towards the tail end of the Pelini era.
Okay.
And I think what happened is there was a shift away from the balance of having the good in-state kids that remain. Like, let me give it to you. Let me try to give it to you from a basketball perspective, because it's very close in correlation to that, right? In basketball, one of the things that made us unique is that there was a balance between athleticism, outside recruits that we were able to draw, which the in-state guys like me and Badge and others were able to talk to and share and show the Teron Lewis, the Mikey Moores, the Bernard Gardners, why it made sense for them to come here, right? I think that got lost also in football, where, you know, let's just talk about my close friend Cluster Johnson's sons. One of the top receivers in the state broke all the records, to include Matt Davison's records, who was a Class C student here in the state. He broke the total of the state records, but yet they looked over him. How is that happen? Right?
When you have a national champion, like he's literally the family of a national champion.
And he's a legacy kid.
Right.
So that part is not only parcel to my friend Cluster. It began happening all throughout the state. Guys were just kind of getting overlooked. Maybe some didn't pan out. So they just really started going external, started trying to go down into the Floridas and into Californias and bring those young men here that had no tie, no relation, no understanding of what it meant to bleed red. Right?
What it means to get a black shirt. Jay talks about that all the time.
All of that. Because then that culture was lost. And then you have the Callahan comes in. And then who was after Callahan?
It would
Mike.
have been,
it
would have been Bo Pelini.
No. Gosh dang it.
Bo Pelini.
Started hitting the text line. Right. Riley.
Mike Riley.
Mike Riley
was after Callahan.
Yes, that's
Mike
what I said.
Riley was right. Yeah, Mike Riley was
after
right
Callahan.
before Frost. Yeah.
Right. So you had those two where that whole thing continued, where they literally just turned a deaf, blind eye towards the state kids. And it put a bad taste in, it left a bad taste in the mouth of some of these kids. So some of them started to branch out. That's why you lose a Noah Fant. That's why you lose all of these professional type kids who are the bedrock or the foundation of what Jeff was just talking about, because those kids bring that foundational base, and they're the heart, and they're the grit, and they're the know-how to why it means to be that. So there's an imbalance of that has been going on that no longer exists, and it's tough to get back now because none of those kids have seen any semblance of success.
Bingo.
And it's the only way to change it is going to be a coach that says why we need you, why the state needs you, and you're the catalyst of coming to change this thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I think it is. Last four, 3915. Yes, we said that. We said
Riley
Pelini was after I was saying Callahan, then Riley. So we both agree that was after.
No, I think it was Callahan,
then Riley,
Pelini, Riley.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Okay, so it was Callahan, Pelini, then Riley. So Callahan started it.
Okay,
I think that's where it started. Bo, I still think he was edging, getting in, doing what he could with it. But then Riley definitely just wasn't able to do it.
And I think that's a big part of what you were saying, Strick, is like you have kids today, like when you watched Nebraska play football, like it was like, oh my gosh, this team is either a national champion, competing for a Sugar Bowl, competing for a Rose Bowl, whatever it may be, every single year.
Right.
Like it's like, okay, we can't be the ones to screw this up because this legacy, this well-oiled machine that's been built literally rides on our shoulders now. I mean, Jay talks about, he's like, we would have Trev come into practice afterwards and be like, this is part of like what we built. We're now playing in the NFL.
Yeah, you're
like,
not going to tear this down.
Yeah, it's like, you're not going to be the ones to screw this up.
Yeah.
The thing is now is like, you come to Nebraska and there's just not really that standard anymore.
Exactly.
And I know that we want it to be the case, but let's all be completely candid and completely honest right now. Nebraska at 6-6, fans would be happy. Players would be happy. Coaches would be happy. That's where they're at.
Yeah.
That in a nutshell is where Nebraska's at.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be that way forever, and I don't think it should be that way forever. But I think it takes small steps, and I think that's part of where you're at right now.
In those small steps, as you just spoke about, those small steps is going to take a core of Nebraska kids.
I agree.
That look each other in the face and say, we don't like this for the state. We don't like that we're the laughing stock. I live in this state. Let's all get together and let's go down there and we're not taking what are the song I tried to get you to put together that you've still been denying me?
No, what do you mean denying you?
You've been denying me.
What is it?
Hey, my partner's been denying me this song because listen to what Stricky just said. Stricky just said there's a crew of guys get together, look in the face, and they said, we live in this state. We believe we're going to change it, and we're the ones that are going to do it because we're not going to take it. I know we ain't going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. That's what the mentality's got to be. Yes. We've got to get to it. And that's not just in basketball. That's in baseball too.
But you can, this is part of it too, Strick, and I'll bring in basketball. I know we have to go to break in a second here, but I'm going to throw basketball into this. Baylor Shireman, perfect example.
Yeah.
Nebraska kid gets what Nebraska's trying to do, a diamond in the rough. And no, I'm not saying recruit every 2-3 star out there, but like where Nebraska basketball is at right now, it's not time to be picky.
Yeah.
If you have a kid from the state that has size, that has length, that's raw, which is what you've said Baylor Shireman was, and now he's a little bit more polished, and that's why he's going to Creighton, for crying out loud. How do you miss on a kid like that?
That's what Justin Patton was. That's what Kyrie Thomas was. But they go to Creighton, and they bust your head wide open every time. But see, that's what we didn't do. We got the Jason Glocks, Class B, solid. Didn't start. Didn't play 20, 30 minutes a game.
Solid, though.
But when he was in for his 15, 18, he knocked down a couple shots for you. Your Markowskis, that's going to scrap, hustle, grind. Your Chubbucks, that's going to chase down because he loves Nebraska so much the game is look like it's over. He chases it. You heard Mike Melby talk about it,
right?
Where he chased the guy down from Kansas, literally saves the game. It's a layup, and he saves the game because he chased it down. That's the heart, because they care. That's those type of guys. You understand? So that's been the problem. That's been the lack. And then you find guys like me every now and then. A guy, how did you let Chucky get away? Now we listen. Chucky wanted. They had interest. We had Greg on the phone. He told you with his own mouth,
right,
that there was interest there. But it was a transition. They didn't get on him early enough, and he he leads Wisconsin, and in a nice little run and won a couple big games for him.
Nebraska would win.
And guess what? And guess what? Think if that was Chucky instead of no slight to Lonzo Verge. But think if that was Chucky as compared to Verge, who is a point guard,
right?
Which you needed,
right?
Which you didn't have,
right?
And he was right in your back door. See, that's the type of stuff we can't do any longer.
We
can't allow it to happen.
No, you can't allow it to happen. And that's why I know, like, Baylor Shireman, obviously we didn't know he was going to be what he is today, but like that just blows my mind how someone like that just doesn't come to Nebraska. He even said he wanted to come to Nebraska. Like, he literally said, I want to come to Nebraska. Didn't offer.
What are we doing here? Well, think about even Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow had openly expressed interest to come in.
Because his family is closely related to the state of Nebraska.
We just did one of those, and he goes and wins the national championship and blows all the records. I mean, go figure. I don't know. What do I know?
Well, no, but it makes you think, like, what would Joe Burrow be if he would come to Nebraska? The world may never know. Like, how many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? The world may never know. The world will never know. Give us a call, 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line. But we want you on the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Shootout with Strick is coming up next. We'll see you on the other end. On the block, 93.7 The Ticket.
Oktoberfest is back. Dust off your lederhosen and head to Kincaid Brewing in the Haymarket for one of their favorite parties of the year. Enjoy exclusive beers plus sausages and pretzels from the brand new beer house. And make sure you get to Kincaid early to snag an Oktoberfest mug. It all starts at noon this Saturday with live music all the way through the day, plus cornhole, axe throwing, and Stein Stamina. It's Oktoberfest at Kincaid in the Haymarket starting at noon this Saturday.
An entire week celebrating Lincoln's craft brewers is just around the corner. September 26th through October 2nd is Lincoln Craft Brew Week. Head to lincoln.org/beer tour for a complete schedule of events at your favorite local establishments. Brought to you by the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Your friends at Koppel Insurance Agency reminds everyone the back-to-school season is meant to be a fun time for our kids. Please make it a safe one. Slow down through school zones and never go around a stop school bus. This message has been brought to you by Koppel Insurance Agency. If you're looking for insurance, call 402-475-3213. They are honest and fair. For a solid insurance program to meet your every need, see Koppel Insurance Agency. They're wishing all of our children a safe and successful school year. It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. You're getting lots of steps in this fall between going to football and volleyball games. Are your shoes getting worn out? For the rest of September, when you stop by Brown Shoe Fit, you can take an additional 20% off the men's clearance rack sale price. The clearance rack has your favorite brands like Brooks, New Balance, Clarks, and more. Hurry in for the best selection in your size. The sale ends September 30th, so hurry in now for 20% off all shoes on the men's clearance rack at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln. Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. Stand-up forklift and high-reach forklift experience is a plus for open positions, but they're willing to train for those without experience. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Nate on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No music today, but it doesn't matter because we will absolutely have Shootout with Strick like we do every single Monday through Friday. Your chance to win $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings on the line. All you got to do, beat Strick at his own game. I won't give out the category just yet, Strick, because we'll introduce our guest first, and then we'll go through all the nitty-gritty. So we've got Bob on the line. Bob, what's going on?
Not a whole lot.
Bob, are you confident in your NFL matchups this weekend?
No.
All right. Well, are you confident that you will beat Strick at Shootout with Strick?
No.
All right. Well, you know what? Despite that, I still have faith in you, and you know how this goes. We're going to have you stay on the line. We got to get Strick's answers first because that's how we always do it. See how many points you have to get in order to win the chicken. You play to win the game. All right, Strick, are you ready?
Yes.
Sorry, I got a little excited there for a second. All right, we will start in 3, 2, and 1. The Raiders are on the road against this AFC South team. Jaguars or Titans?
Titans.
That's correct. The Ravens are on the road against this AFC East team. The Jets or the Patriots?
Jets.
It's actually the Patriots. The Seahawks will host this NFC South team. Falcons or Buccaneers?
Falcons.
That's correct. The Broncos will host this NFC West team. The 49ers or the Cardinals?
49ers.
That's correct. And the Vikings host this Hard Knocks team.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Detroit.
1.
At the buzzer, that will give Eric Strickland 5 points. It was the Detroit Lions. I was worried there for a second, Strick. I didn't know you were going to get that. Did you watch Hard Knocks? You didn't watch Hard Knocks.
I did not.
I know. That's why I made that your question, because I didn't think you did watch Hard Knocks. But no, right at the buzzer. That's
I
impressive.
almost said Titans.
No, not the Titans. It was the Detroit Lions. It's a good call. Bob, Strick, an impressive showing today. He gets 5. Are you confident? You just got to get 5, and then we'll go to a tiebreaker. How's that sound?
Actually, you know what? I don't follow pro football so anymore. So yeah, I have really no clue.
Well, luckily
But we'll
it's
go for it.
it's either or, Bob. So you still got a shot here. You still got a chance to beat Strick and win the chicken. So Bob, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we will start in 3, 2, and 1. The Bills are on the road against this AFC East rival, the Patriots or the Dolphins?
Dolphins.
That's correct. The Eagles are on the road against this NFC East rival, the Giants or the Commanders?
I want to say the Giants.
It's actually the Commanders. The Chargers will host this AFC South team, the Jaguars or the Texans?
Jaguars.
That's correct. The Panthers will host this NFC South rival, the Saints or the Buccaneers?
Saints.
That's correct. And for the tie, the Cowboys are on the road against this NFC East rival on Monday night.
Washington.
I'm going to the game. I know who it is. I'm going to that game.
Bob, great guess. I thought you
Saquon
had it there
Barkley.
at the end. Yep, it is the Giants. Bob, an impressive showing, though. 3 points. You had a chance to go to the tiebreaker.
Woo, that was tough.
But luckily for you, Bob, you still have a chance to win the chicken. Hang up now because the third caller will officially win I was about to say $30. You don't win $30. Sorry, guys. You win $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings because Strick plays for the people.
Boom shakalaka. Finish him.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Very impressive, Strick.
I need that.
That's 2 in a row.
No, I need that.
What do you mean you need
You
that?
know what I'm talking. That's 4 out of 5 this week, my boy.
No. We're not doing the champions here.
4. How do you
It's
not
3 in
get?
a row.
How do you
know
not
the
get
rules?
that? How do
know
you
the
not
rules.
get that out of
Do
4 or 5,
not
my
twist
boy?
the rules. You know the rules.
That's unbelievable.
I give you
You're
the
worse than
champions
Rico.
here. No, I give you the champions here when you get 3 in a row. You know the rules. This has been the rules since day one.
Boo.
This is the rules since day one. You get 3 in a row, and you get the champ is here. All right, I'll give you the tiebreaker because this one's pretty cool. After last night's game, Nick Chubb leads the NFL in rushing yards. So far this year, over the entire course of the season, how many rushing yards does he have?
Total
This season. He played last night, so he has that advantage.
So there's
He has an
4
extra week.
games. 3 games.
4 games.
4 games.
Because last night was their 4th game.
575.
Oh, Strick under
525.
Under
415.
under
What?
under
385.
What's the question?
It's how many yards does Nick Chubb have this season in rushing?
What'd you say?
He said
385.
No, he said
385. I didn't say 580. I said 385.
Give me a cool 312.
Ooh, close. 341. Sandwich right in between there.
Close to
341.
start going over. I win.
No, this ain't
Price is Right rules.
This ain't Price is Right, my boy.
baby.
This ain't Price is Right.
Price is
I
Right
win.
rules. All right.
Negative.
Well,
Get me a brand new car.
yeah, $15 Buffalo Wings.
He won't. Hey, Rico, he will not give me the champions here out of 4 out of 5 of the week.
You know the
what?
rules, Strick.
Yeah.
You know the
It's
rules.
a conspiracy in here against
nope.
Stricky.
Strick knows the rules. You guys know the rules. Monday through Friday, $15 Buffalo Wings and Rings always on the line. We got another hour on the block. 93.7 The Ticket. Stay with us.
Warhorse Casino is looking for trailblazers for every department. Food and beverage servers, environmental services, cage cashiering, revenue auditor, IT, and more. Find your winning opportunity at our job fair, Tuesday, September 27th from 3 to 7 at the Lincoln Warhorse Gaming Office, 3730 South 14th Street. Every employee is treated like family, and every role is essential in creating a one-of-a-kind experience. For information on openings and job fairs, go to warhorsecasino.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers. Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Empire Fence and Netting in Waverly is now hiring for several positions. They're looking for a fence installer for both commercial and residential, for local projects, and ones that require travel. They also have openings for operators, dirt work, welding positions, and applicants with CDLs are very desirable. If you're looking for a locally operated business that provides excellent work for customers and great benefits and care for its employees, email info@empire-fence.com or give them a call at 402-682-7658. Empire Fence and Netting.
A good game with good friends. But isn't it time to up the score when it comes to the food? Wings and Rings is here for every football fan. Catch the game on one of their big screens or snag a tailgate pack to go. They're cranking up the heat and throwing in mad flavor this season. Stop by your locally owned Wings and Rings on O Street, Meridian Park, or 48th and Old Cheney in Williamsburg Village, or grab some crave-worthy Wings and Rings to go. Make them your go-to destination to watch your team bring home the win. Wings and Rings. Game time just got better.
They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bachhoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and Brent Excavate.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money, but like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is On the Block with Strick and Nate. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, ERICK Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
And Hokie Homer turned Husker, Nathan Brennan.
Everyone knows that I'm the smartest person here.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Nate.
I don't know how this one got mixed
Once
into the
again.
rotation. There you go.
It's the 2 to 4 hour On the Block. You're here with Stricky and Nate. Your local drivers into the midday hour. It's so sexy, it's so appealing. But we're now going to Strick's Picks. And it's a good day to be alive. Yes, it's 2 to 4 every day. You can find us on the block, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Strick is here with Nate, Doggy Dog. Check out the merch. You can find it on the website, theticketfm.com. That's where you can find the merch if you're interested in picking up anything The Ticket, the hats, the shirts, all the gear, the sweatshirts, all of that can be found there on theticket.com. So It's pretty
Also,
dope, man. It says on the block too on the
that
shirt.
is-
That's just.
And I
dope.
talked to
It's dope,
David,
bro.
and he said that he could get me one, which is huge. Also, shout out to Mary Ellen's, 27th Pine Lake. If you are heading home from work right now, stop by Mary Ellen's. I
spot.
promise you will not be disappointed.
Mary
Good
Aaron's
Friday
is our
meal.
spot. We're also
Friday
40
meal.
people away on subscribing.
We are.
From subscribers from YouTube. So we always thank you for that. Like, share, and hit that, smash that, poke that like button, which always is a good feeling. We appreciate it. So it's Strick's Picks. There's some things we got to talk about. NCAA football is live and well. Games popped off last night. I should have given my boy a pokey spanking, but
Come on.
I wish I could show you. There's a big paddle sitting up there because the
They did take a
Pokesters
spanking.
took an L last night. West Virginia, and so they keep the song.
No,
Play the song. Play the song.
No,
Play the song.
No.
Play the song. No, not that version. I need the real one.
Well, I don't have the real version.
This song is
No,
reclaimed by West Virginia.
No.
So
Still
no,
belongs to Virginia.
no,
State of
you can't
Virginia.
take
Virginia
it.
Tech, State of Virginia.
So nonetheless, what we got going on with Strick
All
Picks?
right, you ready for this?
Talk to
All right, here we go. It's time for Strick's Picks of the Week. 10 games in college football. A parlay on the line. Me and Strick do put money where our mouth is. We put $1 on this parlay and see if it hits. Last week, Eric Strickland goes 5-5. You put money on it, you don't win, you don't lose. We make up for it this week. And Strick, we will start with Maryland versus Michigan. Great Big Ten matchup. Michigan at home, fourth-ranked Wolverines, 17-point favorites.
What you got here is you find that the Terps, they have a little bit of problem on the defensive side. SMU gave them a run for their money last week. It looked bad for points in that game. It looked like they were going to come up short. But Taulia Tagovailoa went nuts, had total command of the passing game, 77% of his passes for 895 yards with 6 TDs and 2 picks. Woo! Has a combination of Raheem Jarrett, Jashawn Jones, and tight end Curry Dykes. So at the end of the day, I still don't think there's enough for Michigan going into the big house. Michigan should win this game. You've got basically J.J. McCarthy leading the charge. The fans there in Michigan, Cade McNamara getting hurt, helped their situation. I think Cade McNamara was a hindrance more than a help for that specific team. The Michigan offensive line is way better than the 2021 version. I think they dominate the defense. So what is going to happen? The Maryland offense is going to do okay, but it's not going to be enough power to get it done against the Michigan ground game. Wolverines win 38-20.
Ooh, so they barely covered the spread. Interesting, Strick. All right, we're going to head out to one of my favorites, ACC matchup. 5th-ranked Clemson Tigers. They're traveling to Wake Forest. 21st-ranked Wake Forest. This one surprised me a little. Talk to me. Clemson, 7-point favorites on the road.
Wake Forest is kind of an anomaly type of team.
Weird team.
They're really weird. So at the end of the day, I think Clemson's defense is very suffocating. They're very good. That is what they do. That's how they dominate teams. That is how they win. They're facing off against a Wake Forest offense that is not very good at handling the pass rush. You have a star defensive tackle in Brian Brashear, and they're only allowing 2.4 yards a carry for a team. So they're getting takeaways, and they're putting their offense in an opportunity to take care of things and win games. I think it's Clemson getting it done with their 13th win out of 15 in the series. I think that continues in this game.
Do they cover 7?
I think they cover.
Cover 7?
I think they get 13. I think it's 20-34.
20-34. All right. Next, we're going to go to an interesting one, Strick. The battle of possible Nebraska Cornhusker coaches. Baylor travels to Iowa State. Iowa State at home, despite Baylor being ranked 17th, 2.5-point favorites. That's a weird spread.
That's a weird spread. That's like a safety. Iowa State is 3-0. Baylor's 2-1. Looks like a good game.
It should be.
Iowa State plays very well at home.
fight for Nebraska's coach.
I think why Baylor will win, if they're going to win, I think it's going to be by the running game. I think the way that they handled BYU in the trenches, which BYU is a physical team, and they actually got busy on them. Dominating Texas State with 300 yards running, and then Albany with 259. Iowa State's defensive, they've been solid. They've been really good.
Shut down Iowa for what?
Shut down Iowa. But at the end of the day, I'm actually going to go with Iowa State. I think Iowa State's defense is going to take care of business at home.
And
the crowd is going to have them. I think Iowa State wins by 3.
That was barely.
I think they win by 3.
This is a good matchup. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
very, very.
I just love the fact that they have the ability to turn over. Baylor's down in the turnover margin. I think they're going to make some mistakes that's going to cost them this game.
Well, Strick, this next one, we're going to head over to Knoxville. College game day, game of the week.
In the SEC.
11th ranked Tennessee, who's 20th ranked Florida. Lot on the line. SEC implications. Another weird spread. I don't know if I get this one either. Tennessee at home, 10.5-point favorites.
Let's be real about it.
Let's talk. Let's do it. I love it.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Anthony Richardson. Okay. I'm not sold. I think the Florida offense is at points and at times suspect. They're the worst in the SEC in third down conversions. Right. They're going on the road. I'm buying Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, as am I.
I'm so buying him.
Hokie.
I'm so buying him.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm thinking even him he should be in the race for the Heisman.
I agree.
I think Florida's overrated. I don't think that they're who we all seem and think them to be. So I got Tennessee taking this one. Big? I got them not big. I got them winning by 7.
7? Okay, so you got Florida covering. Florida covers the 10.5. Interesting, Strick. I agree with you. For what it's worth, I think Tennessee wins 10.5. That's too many points.
Yeah, I think that's
too many points. All right, Battle of the Longhorns, or whatever you want to call people in Texas. Texas, 22nd in the country, travels to Texas Tech, who recently just stormed the field after beating Houston. Questionable move down there for Texas Tech. Texas on the road, 7-point favorites.
There's not much for me to talk about. I think the only problem is how are they going to fare without Quinn Ewers?
Yeah.
He was solid for them.
This is a legitimate matchup.
Yes, this is going to be a tough one. It's not one that they're just going to be able to walk in and get it done. Do they have a hangover? The best thing going for them is that this game is at home and just anything is able to happen at home. I just don't think that they have enough. Texas Tech does, they have enough of the pass rushers to get some problems, being that it's not Quinn Ewers.
Right.
Quinn gets the ball out a lot better. Their run defense has been good as well, so I think it makes it tough. But ultimately, I think Texas D, their takeaway opportunities, their ability, their swarm defense, I think is going to be too much there. So I'm going to say if Quinn Ewers plays, I think it's bigger than what they're looking at for the cover of the spread. So yeah, without him playing, I think they win by 7, but they ultimately win. Texas Tech upset.
Texas Tech. Okay.
No, not Texas Tech. I mean Texas.
Well, the line's at 7. We can't have a push. You got to give me one way or the other.
They're gonna win.
No pushes.
By 10 then. By 10.
Texas by 10.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take Texas. They cover the 7-point spread. All right, another interesting one. We're gonna head over to Pac-12 country. 15th ranked Oregon travels to Washington State despite being on the road. Oregon 6.5-point favorites. I know you like Oregon. You like Oregon.
I just think that Oregon this year, they're really suspect. They're one of those guys that they show up and kind of play to the competition type of teams. That's what's scary about them. But ultimately, I'm not going to go against them in this one. I think they win.
6.5 cover.
All
right, another big matchup in the SEC. This one, probably the number one game of the week I'm going to be watching. Arkansas, 10th in the country, visits Texas A&M. Texas A&M coming off a big win against Miami, 23rd in the country. They're favored by only 2 points at home. 2 points.
I saw that. Texas A&M, not pretty. Obviously, we know what happened to them in taking the App State loss.
Tough look.
Didn't look
App
very
State,
good.
App State barely beat Troy at home with game day.
You know, Johnson was terrible, I think, ultimately against Miami. I think their ground game helps him a little bit. The D has been rock solid, especially against the pass. And they're going to need it because Arkansas is solid all the way around.
Arkansas slings the ball around.
They have tremendous playmakers. Devon Arcane, he has world-class speed, 4.3, average and per carry. Their receivers get it done. Quarterback Richards, he's solid. I think they win, man.
Arkansas straight up.
I think Arkansas gets it done, bro.
All right. The 2-point spread, I thought this was going to come in even.
I think Arkansas
even,
gets it
but
done.
I mean, again, Vegas always
I'm
knows.
going with Arkansas.
All right. This one will
Upset.
be interesting for us here at home.
I think he's on the verge of getting fired after that one, but let's go.
Oh, really? Jimbo?
Nah, he's getting
Yeah, I was about
There's
to
too
say-
much money.
I
I'm
was about
talking
to say,
trash.
Someone call Jimbo right now, if that's the case. Wisconsin.
Text line is funny. I heard you. I see you. Okay, go ahead.
Wisconsin will travel to Columbus, take on the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Nothing to talk about.
Well-oiled machine.
Nothing to talk
19
about.
points?
Yes, Wisconsin's garbage.
Whoa.
Wisconsin's garbage.
Whoa.
Nothing to talk about in the shoe. Nothing to talk about. I don't even want to go over it. CJ Stroud gets it done in the shoe.
19.
They have nothing for Ohio State. They have nothing for them.
So 19. So Ohio State wins big.
Yeah, they're gonna make them look like little toy soldiers that are out there. I think.
That's tough. Well, unfortunately, I think you're going to agree. This is my lock of the weekend, so we're going to figure out what Strick thinks. Kansas State, our boy Adrian Martinez, he's going to play against the team that beat up on good old Nebraska. The 6th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners at home against Kansas State only. And I say that word very, very, very little. Only 12.5-point favorites against Adrian Martinez and Kansas State. What say you, Strick?
It's a question. It's a question for everybody that's listening out there. What does Oklahoma do, and how do they handle themselves against inferior competition? We saw what they did to a very inferior Nebraska team.
They beat the hell out of them.
I think they drill them in the same manner. Think about Britt Venables and just flawless in the way that he handles defensive scheming.
It was impressive.
Adrian Martinez has never, as I've seen it, been able to handle, make changes, makes adjustments, get off different reads, do drop-offs. I just don't think they have enough because their offense right now, running game, is under 3. If you have a pin-back ears Oklahoma defense coming at you downhill,
Adrian playing from behind,
it's going to look ugly.
I agree. Tater
It's going to be funky.
Tater says Oklahoma by 30, 402-464-5685. We have the Madden 06 music going here. Let you guys listen. Give us your pick. I say Oklahoma by 45. Oklahoma big. Oklahoma 12.5. Nate's lock of the weekend. Take it, book it, call your bookie now. Let's do this. Oklahoma 12.5. Don't actually take any of my picks because my gambling advice is very
I'm with not so soft Aaron. They're going to get blitzed to death.
It says Adrian will be Adrian. Take that for what it's worth.
That part.
All right.
There'll be fumbles and interceptions.
And the last game that we have before I go through the entire list of Strick's picks for the weekend, another weird line. Iowa travels to Rutgers. They're heading down to New Jersey. I'm assuming it's probably snowing at this point in New Jersey, for crying out loud. Iowa on the road. Iowa. We weren't talking about Iowa. They look terrible this year. Iowa on the road. 8-point favorites.
Ooh, this is ugly. But I just really think it's going to be a defensive battle again. And I may go with the under. I may be going under. Rutgers has only allowed 97 yards, 1.1 yards per carry thus far.
Really? What is Rutgers' record?
They're 2-1. They're 2-1.
I think, honestly,
No, they're 3-0, aren't they? No, they're 3-0. They're 3-0. See, you guys are sleeping on Rutgers. Hey, listen, that's the one I told you guys. Watch out now. Their defense, they're funny style, man. I just think both defense will take center stage. It's going to be which Iowa thrives at. It's going to be a special teams. Somebody who makes the first mistakes or blinks going to lose this game. But at this point, I think Rutgers wins by 2.
Rutgers outright? All right. Well, you know what, Strick? Luckily, I'm a nice guy. I take Rutgers +8. I'll give you the points. My dad says I wouldn't trust Iowa to score 8 points against a high school team. Boom. That's correct. Take Rutgers. Jason says Rutgers wins outright. Tater, like I said, says Oklahoma by 30. My lock of the weekend, Oklahoma -12.5. Strick, your lock of the weekend.
My lock of the weekend. Hey!
Lock of the weekend.
Ohio State. Over
Ohio
Wisconsin.
State 19.
Yes.
Strick's lock of the weekend, Ohio State -19. My lock of the weekend, Oklahoma 12.5. I'll run it by you guys before we head to break. Michigan, Strick has winning by 17. Clemson will cover 7 points. Iowa State will cover 2.5. Florida will cover +10.5 against Tennessee. Texas wins by 7 or more. Texas -7. Oregon covers -6.5. Arkansas on the road +2 against Texas A&M. Ohio State, they win big according to Eric Strickland. Take them by 19. Me and Strick are on the same page.
I should have went with the Oklahoma one.
-12.5.
Switch it. Crossover. Shot fake. Euro step. I'm going Oklahoma lock of the week over Kansas State.
Oklahoma lock of the weekend. Me and Strick are both taking them. And to finish it out, Iowa -8. Strick doesn't want the points. Take Rutgers money line. That's Strick's picks. We'll fill you guys in next weekend of what happens. With that being said, go play some Madden 06 tonight. Have a little fun.
Get the merch.
Get the merch. Go to Mary Ellen's. We're fired up. That's Strick's picks. Take it or leave it. Whatever you want to do. We'll be right back on the block. 93.7 The Ticket.
Oktoberfest is back. Dust off your lederhosen and head to Kincaid Brewing in the Haymarket for one of their favorite parties of the year. Enjoy exclusive beers plus sausages and pretzels from the brand new beer house. And make sure you get to Kincaid early to snag an Oktoberfest mug. It all starts at noon this Saturday with live music all the way through the day, plus cornhole, axe throwing, and Stein Stamina. It's Oktoberfest at Kincaid in the Haymarket starting at noon this Saturday.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
An entire week celebrating Lincoln's Craft Brewers is just around the corner. September 26th through October 2nd is Lincoln Craft Brew Week. Head to lincoln.org/beer tour for a complete schedule of events at your favorite local establishments. Brought to you by the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Keep your tailgate cool with the dazzling hot deal from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase of only $1,500 or more. Take advantage of interest-free financing with no money down. Sartor Heyman has gorgeous jewelry in every price range, so buy her the diamonds she's been dreaming of and get instantly rewarded with a Yeti cooler for free. Offer ends soon, so hurry in and snatch up this cool jewelry deal. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, a Nebraska tradition since 1905.
It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smooth. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online at deckcityne.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
A few showers will still be possible this morning, but by late this afternoon, we'll try to mix in some sunshine, staying cool with a high of 69, south winds at around 15. Clear tonight with a low dropping down to around 52, and an absolutely gorgeous start to the weekend. Sunny skies tomorrow with highs back to around 84. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection, and sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Nate on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, you're on the block. You know what it is. You know what it's time. You know what we're about to get into. It is Fit Talk Friday on the block. Right now, it is that moment where we talk about all things health, wellness, mental, financial. It don't matter. Everything that deals with anything that has to do with fit of any kind of the sorts. Joining us today on Fit Talk Friday is Farrell's the owner, Jeff Ensick.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, my guy?
It's going great. Thanks for having me in.
Also joining us is one of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping's own, but he is also the 93.7
That's right.
leader of the block.
Claim it. Leader of men.
Leader of men, helps run everything. That's 93.7 in here in this office. Mark Onweiler, how are you today, my friend?
I don't know if I've ever been on the block.
You have not been on the
Wow.
block. This
How
is
about
your
that?
first
How about
time
that?
joining us on the
welcome,
block.
Mark. Thank
Yeah,
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
This is great.
See, we've always invited you to the block party, but you just decided that, you know what,
true.
you're just a no nonsense type of guy. You didn't want to get in.
let other folks join the party. You know, I wait in the back. I wait my turn.
You work in the background. So, Jeff.
Yes.
Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, man. tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about how you decided to get started. You guys got started over 9 years ago, but ultimately about 4.5 years you've been here in the Lincoln area now.
Right. Yes.
You've been working on young minds, healthy minds, men, women, all type. What is the style of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, and how did you come to say I wanted to make Lincoln my home?
So Farrell's has been in business for 21 years. It was started in Des Moines, Iowa by Lance Farrell, who's the founder and CEO. I got involved in Farrell's in 2008. I was just a young 30-year-old person that just got denied life insurance because I was in such bad shape. I was about 240 pounds, 49% body fat, and I just had a lot of my kidneys, liver just were not functioning. I was pre-diabetic, needed to make a change. Started at Farrell's in January of 2008. I lost 30 pounds in my 10 weeks, became a coach, an instructor, and in 2013, we became an owner.
What was it, the inspiration for you, other than the weight loss? Obviously, that was good, but there's something about Farrell's that ultimately kind of gave you the passion to not only want to lose the weight, keep it off, work on those areas that change or life-changing decisions, but that inspired you to want to go to the next level and to make and help others in the same manner.
Well, during my 10-week challenge, so when you do Farrell's, you're with the team. So everybody that's doing the 10-week challenge at that particular class time, that's your teammates. And each class has coaches. So throughout my 10 weeks, as I was changing, I was seeing other people change too. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to sign up to be a fit member and continue, and wanted to coach. So then I started coaching others just as a member there. And as I saw people change, I was like, and they were like, thanking me for helping them. And it just kind of grew into a passion of mine of helping change others. So in 2009, it's been a long time, 2013, my wife and I decided to buy our home gym, which was in Altoona, Iowa. So we owned that gym for about 4.5 years. But I was born in Grand Island, Nebraska. I've been a Husker fan my whole life. It was just tough living in Iowa, especially the last 4 years that I was there. So when these two gyms, we originally wanted to open a Farrell's in Lincoln, and just fell through, didn't happen. So when these two locations became available, Lance had called me and said, "Hey, what do you think?" And I was like, "Oh, do I want to uproot my family and move them out here?" And we decided that this is where we were supposed to be. So we sold our gym in Altoona. Our daughter was a freshman in high school. We have moved to Lincoln, and we've been here since then, February of 2018.
Mark Onweiler,
Yes,
one of the leaders here at 93.7 The Ticket. We thank you for your continued service and the wonderful work that you have done, not only with the station, but with us as well. But tell us, because when I first met you, and I was living remotely, so there would be periods of time when I would come in from Florida, and I'd see you and we'd shake hands and so forth and so on, and I noticed that you were a little heavier. And now I come back, when I come back to actually move here, I said, "Are you Mark? Are you Mark Onweiler?" So tell us about your transformation, how you guys linked up, and then what is it that inspired you to go the extra length to become who you are looking now? I mean, you're still saying you got work to do. I'm looking at you like, wow.
I do have work to do. Yeah. So I started at Farrell's in April. My orientation was same day as the spring game. I weighed in that day at 317 pounds. Last week I weighed in at 247. So
that's awesome.
70
Mark.
pounds.
Seriously, that's amazing.
In less than 6 months
That's
that I
amazing.
took off. And Jeff and Nicole, they've been advertising with the ticket for a few years now.
Yeah.
So I'd hear, every quarter I'd hear his 10-week challenge commercials come on, and he'd come in and talk about it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, that's fun. And Mike Schaefer did it, and I watched him transform, and I know Rico and Nick both kind of dabbled in it a little bit. So it was curiosity. And then Jeff started his radio show Sunday mornings, Fitness Fanatics 9 to 11.
Yes.
And I kind of volunteered to produce for him, kind of because I wanted to weasel my way into it a little bit, and I wanted to learn more. And on that first show, they had Lance Farrell on the show, and he was talking about the way that they change lives and how many different stories he's seen. And and just him living his own life. They call it life at level 10, right?
Uh-huh.
And just him. I mean, he had just climbed
Kilimanjaro.
Yep. Thank you. He had just climbed Kilimanjaro. Like what a, I was tired of sitting on the sidelines and watching other people live life. And to me, that was kind of eye opening. Like I want to do that. I want to be more involved in my own life. Have these experiences. So I decided like, let's go all in. Let's see what I can do if I get off the couch and I stop eating pizza a little bit and we see what can happen. And like I said, 70 pounds in less than 6 months.
70 pounds in 6 months. That's awesome. Jeff, real quick. So tell us, I mean, obviously you have to have multiple programs, or is it a cookie cutter type of setup, or is there, tell us, walk us through a process of what it would be like if one of On the Block members stepped into a Pharaoh's Extreme Body Shaping. How would that go, and what would it look like for somebody that stepped into the program?
So kind of what we specialize in, the starting point, the onboarding part for Pharaohs is our 10-week challenges. What's so unique when you're doing a 10-week challenge versus just starting, I'm going to start tomorrow.
So there's no consultation. They don't come in and sit down with you and say, hey, this is where I want to be. It just come in and look, we're going to do a 10-week with you. And then you see where you are from there. And then we go, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it's not a one-on-one personal training. It's all group fitness workouts. So, you have that starting point and ending point. We do a before picture. We do a body composition. We do measurements. We do push-ups, sit-ups. And then at the end of the 10 weeks, we do all that again, and we give away $1,000 for the best transformation.
Wow.
So we combine kickboxing 3 days a week, strength training 3 days a week, and then a nutrition program as well, based on the person's body composition. So our nutrition plan.
The food is already made, or do they make it and you just provide the
We give
resources?
them the macros.
The macros.
Yes,
okay,
which,
gotcha.
Which Nate loves macros.
I do love my macros.
Yes.
Yep. I love my macros.
So we give them calories they should be eating, carbs they should be eating, proteins and fats.
Mm-hmm.
So we are not a quick fix meal plan. We're more of a long-term sustainability. So we want to teach people how to eat the right way.
Eat to live and not live to eat.
That's right. You're right. You're fueling your body, right? So we want to teach people something that's sustainable for a long period of time, because quick fixes can also become undone quicks.
Facts.
So we're trying to help members build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight.
We have Jeff Insick with Pharaoh's Extreme Body Shaping joining us on the block on Fit Talk Friday. Nate, you got something for me?
Jeff, my biggest thing, and I was going to get into this. So Corey, the biggest thing in the ass is getting started.
Right.
And I'll ask both of you guys, because it was with Mark too. Like when you see someone getting started and you see these success stories, how does that process begin? Like the first step to getting in the gym,
right,
changing your life, how does that begin?
So the first step, we do a group orientation. So our 10-week challenge is starting October 1st.
Okay.
So beforehand, you get enrolled for the 10-week challenge, which we do offer a 50% discount for all ticket listeners. So
listen to that.
Yeah. So you're looking at
mention when you go in there, you tell them not only the ticket, you tell them On the Block with Nate and Strick sent you.
We sent you.
So
50%.
Right. So we do an orientation on the 1st where everybody from both gyms all come together. Nicole and I talk about the program, nutrition, what to expect. Usually AD
get in the huddle, rally, break.
That's right. AD always comes in. AD from the Drive.
Yeah,
he's one of our members. He always does 15 to 20 minute motivational speech, which is fantastic. Everybody's just.
Yeah, he's good at that talking.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, that's his thing.
So we do that. And then, the cool thing about starting with the 10-week challenge is the first week is really dedicated to the new members. So you're not just starting by yourself. We usually have 50, 60, 70 people start the 10-week challenge all at the same time.
Wow.
So if you have that, so nobody can come in week 6 and still go on a 10-week. They kind of have to start in a session together. Is that kind of how it works?
That's the best way. Now, if somebody calls me November 15th and was like, hey, I want to get started with Pharaohs, you can certainly start with us. I mean, you don't have to wait till the 10-week challenge to begin.
Right.
Just over my being in the program for 15 years
That's
and
the
9
best
years of owners, that's
solution.
the best way to start, because in the 10-week challenge, you have that accountability. You know that in 10 weeks, I'm going to go in, I'm going to get my picture taken, and I'm going to see some results. So there's kind of an ending point to the initial onboarding process, where if you just join like an Anytime Fitness, there is no ending point.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Right.
also it's most of us aren't self-motivated individuals. Now, I know
Mhm.
Nate's a self-motivated individual. Like
Mhm.
hearing him talk about how he can, out bench press everybody the ticket and all that. He's a self-motivated individual.
You like
Most
that?
of the
Okay.
people that start at Farrell's need the accountability.
Yeah, somebody next to him just to
Right.
kind of give them that little extra
Right.
push.
Right. They
Mhm.
need somebody. If they don't show up for a class or two, somebody knows they're not there. So they're getting a text message, an email, a phone call saying, "Hey, Mark, where have you been? It's been 2-3 days. We haven't seen
Mhm.
you." A
Mhm.
lot of places you can just not
Yeah.
go for 6 months.
Yeah.
And
They still cash your checks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
so that's kind of the difference of when you get started. It's
Got
all
you.
designed for our beginners. I would say 99% of all Farrell's members in Lincoln started with the 10-week challenge. So our fit members, which Mark is now a fit member, he knows what it's like to be a beginner. So when the new group comes in at his class, which is 5 a.m., now he can say, "Hey, great job. You're looking good," and help them out because people did that when he started. So that's kind of how the
Teamwork.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's kind of how the culture's developed at Farrell's.
But the hardest part of starting is just making that first phone call. It's saying, yeah, I want to do this and making that commitment. It's not going in there and strapping up the gloves and learning how to punch the bag or kick the bag or any of that stuff. None of that, like that stuff is physically hard, but it's not the hardest part. The hardest part is saying, yeah, I'm going to do this. So if
Mhm.
you can get over that hurdle, if you can make that phone call to Jeff or you can log on to the website and do that, that's the hardest part, is making that choice. Once you've done that, the rest of it is it's just doing it.
Actually, once once you get through a certain period of that timing, whether it be for you a week or whether it be 4 days or whatever the case may be, that kind of begins to invigorate you to either continue the process. And that's what the last question I have for you before we have to go to a break. What about retention? Because your process is a little bit, it's built for the longer, but some of those people, we have the McDonald's generation, the microwave generation, that they're like, "Hey, I want to see it now."
So kind of
retention?
what we do after the 10-week challenge, then our members will, if they see results and they're loving what they do, then they can sign up to be a fit member. Then fit members is Farrell's Infinite Transformation. So to help keep our fit members motivated, we have different challenges throughout the year. So our last challenge, we did kind of a Farrell's triathlon where we had one member did a mile run, one member did a 3-mile bike ride, and the other member did some in the gym stuff. So we have those types of things to keep you motivated throughout the year. We also have, right after your 10-week challenge, Farrell's does a national challenge, which Farrell's gives $10,000 to the best male and best female transformation.
Throughout all Farrell's across the country.
Mark in the running for that?
Yeah, all across the country. Yeah. So Mark signed up to do the national challenge. So he actually
it's transformation not by weight, it's by look.
Yeah, it's by picture.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we give our $1,000 out, it's about the best transformation, not about the best who looks the best at the end, because everybody's different.
Yeah, it's all open-ended.
Right.
You know,
Not
it's
everybody
objective.
has weight to lose. Some people just want to build muscle, burn fat, and just change the way they look. And some people need to gain weight. We have some ladies that start that they do their body composition and they need to build muscle. Like they are under muscle.
Yeah.
So
it's not all about weight loss.
No, it's not all about weight loss. Really, whatever you're looking to do, we're there to help.
Okay, tell us, before we go to break, how can they find you? How can they get started? How can our blockheads, ultimately figure out how to get involved with Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping?
What time are the classes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 locations in Lincoln. One is on South 77th and Pioneers next to Momo's. The other one is on South 40th and Yankee Hill next to the Super Target. So our earliest class of the day is 4 a.m.
Ooh,
so
Lord,
we have 4 a.m., 5 a.m.,
That's
6 a.m.
That's around my time.
That's not my time.
And we do have, we do have maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people that come to the 4 o'clock class. So we also have some mid-morning
That's
classes.
the real dedicated ones.
That is dedicated,
Yeah.
yes. We have a class over the noon hour at our Pioneers location, and then we have a couple evening classes as well. We also offer a virtual component to where you can do it from home. We have, when COVID hit, the gyms had to shut down for 2 months. So during that time, we created a virtual program. So we have members actually in about 12 different states that do FXB Lincoln's workouts from home. So you can go to our website. It's fxblincoln.com. All the information is on there. You can fill out like a request form and I'll get a hold of you, or you can text me directly. My cell number is 402-310-4026.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Jeff
great
Insick and Mark Onweiler here joining us on the block. Fit Talk Friday, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Great information, great stuff.
Thank you.
Remember, 50% off all ticket listeners.
That's crazy.
Go in, let them know.
Yeah.
On the block sent you. The blockheads are on the way to Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
The best time to start is right now.
Right now.
And let me add, if you have any questions from someone that's done it, please feel free to reach out. Corey out there on YouTube, feel free to reach out if you have any questions I can answer, because I'd be happy to help you out.
There it is. Thanks for joining us, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
Wonderful
Thanks.
stuff.
Yeah.
We have to take a break. We'll finish up the last segment, and then we'll turn it over to old school. Yeah, we'll be joining there. Some of us will still be sticking around, but we'll be right back after these messages. Hold on.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 27th Street.
An entire week celebrating Lincoln's craft brewers is just around the corner. September 26th through October 2nd is Lincoln Craft Brew Week. Head to lincoln.org/beer tour for a complete schedule of events at your favorite local establishments. Brought to you by the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Wow, did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at Wingstop.com.
Empire Fence and Netting in Waverly is now hiring for several positions. They're looking for a fence installer for both commercial and residential, for local projects, and ones that require travel. They also have openings for operators, dirt work, welding positions, and applicants with CDLs are very desirable. If you're looking for a locally operated business that provides excellent work for customers and great benefits and care for its employees, email info@empire-fence.com or give them a call at 402-682-7658. Empire Fence and Netting. Oktoberfest is back. Dust off your lederhosen and head to Kincaid Brewing in the Haymarket for one of their favorite parties of the year. Enjoy exclusive beers plus sausages and pretzels from the brand new beer house. And make sure you get to Kincaid early to snag an Oktoberfest mug. It all starts at noon this Saturday with live music all the way through the day, plus cornhole, axe throwing, and Stein Stamina. It's Oktoberfest at Kincaid in the Haymarket starting at noon this Saturday.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
Your friends at Koppel Insurance Agency reminds everyone the back-to-school season is meant to be a fun time for our kids. Please make it a safe one. Slow down through school zones and never go around a stop school bus. This message has been brought to you by Koppel Insurance Agency. If you're looking for insurance, call 402-475-3213. They are honest and fair. For a solid insurance program to meet your every need, see Koppel Insurance Agency. They're wishing all of our children a safe and successful school year.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Nate on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to On the Block 93.7 The Ticket. My name is Nate Brennan. He is Eric Strickland, the Husker Hall of Famer. She is Carly Sievers, the beautiful girl to my right. And he is Jake Bakoven of the Ticket Water Cooler here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Beautiful man myself.
The great-looking guy behind me is Jake Bakoven. 402-464-5685. Starter name and text line, Honda of Lincoln hotline. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. We want to hear from you on all of those platforms.
How many have we got to YouTube?
You can comment, you can like, you can subscribe, all that.
How close are we on
I have
YouTube
no
to
idea.
2,000?
How close are
We got to be there.
Wait, check it. I'll go check
Are we
it
close?
out.
Go ahead
Gosh
and
darn
check
it.
out, Bach.
We're
If
so
you haven't,
close.
no, okay. I'll put
Oh,
Carly
we're
on
so
the spot.
close.
Carly, have you subscribed on YouTube?
Oh, my gosh.
Uh-oh.
No block party. It's over. It's a wrap.
The block party's
I'm
done.
an avid listener, though. So even though I may not be a subscriber, I listen
That is true.
avidly enough to defend Nathan's slow pitch softball game.
Well,
Yeah, that is
let-
true.
let
Because,
me-
no, because Nick is.
I got
doing me
one
dirty.
question for the queen.
Ask me anything.
Nate, doggy dog.
It's
Is
true.
he the smartest guy in the room? If you let him tell it, he
No,
says he's the
that's-
smartest guy on 93.7 FM.
You guys, Nathan is taking me on a shopping spree tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So there's.
So
That's
I-
pretty
smart.
So,
That's
yeah,
pretty
so
smart.
be careful how you answer.
We understand.
My
Exactly.
answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, great. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Hey, Strick, you like that?
Yeah, yes, sir.
There you go.
All the way.
Notebook. All right, so what's going on?
We got to
here?
get some more Nate Dogg songs on
We
here,
do
so
need
that
to
way,
get some
because
more
your
Nate
name.
Oh, I
your
put
name-
some Nate Dogg on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you guys play that one yet?
He ain't played it. He's Nate.
Play
Dogg.
that, play that
Nate-
crazy right there. That was
Yeah,
a
break
crazy
it down.
dog there.
Break
Which
it
one
down.
is it?
Crazy.
Where is
Get it,
it.
get
I
it,
don't
get
even
it.
know where it is. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
All right, you ready
Give
for
it to
this,
us. Give me my theme music.
Oh, this is some good Nate Dogg right here.
Hey, Nate Dogg and Dog in the house. Nate Dogg and Dog is in the house. You gotta love Nate Dogg.
That's right. You do gotta love.
See, that's what we need to get the new merch. See, Stricky, look.
That's a good merch right there.
I know. And that's why I was talking to David. He's got to give me one.
We gotta get Nate Dogg with
Get the Nate
definitely
Dogg
gotta
on
have
the
the
back?
Nate Dogg on the back,
All
no
right.
doubt. With the dog saying, "Hoo." You know what I'm
Who
saying?
let the dogs out?
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out? So what's going on? What do we got for old school? I know that they got high school football coming up at 4:30. A little bit of block party now. Bach's sticking around with us.
Bach!
Block party.
Strick's picks went nuts. You better put your money in.
Uh-oh.
We're doing a parlay, Bach.
Yeah, we got
What's
parlay.
your
on it.
parlay?
All right, so we got Michigan by 17, Clemson by 7, Iowa State 2.5, Florida covers plus 10.5. Texas -7. Oregon -6.5. Arkansas covers +2. Ohio State, Strick said, is going to beat the hell out of Wisconsin.
The brakes off of Wisconsin.
Ohio State -19. Oklahoma -12.5.
That's the one that's we're both going.
That's our
with.
lock of the weekend.
Lock of the week.
And then Rutgers +8.
You're going to put on like a 9-team parlay?
10-team parlay.
Jeez, how much money you get out of that one?
A lot of money.
A lot of cashola. We hit.
Money.
We hit.
Carly's going to be shopping a lot more if it hits, I'll tell you that much.
Hey, Bach, question for the Boxster.
Yeah.
Oklahoma. How many turnovers does Adrian Martinez have?
Oof. I mean, hopefully that line's a little better than Nebraska's line was when they went up against the Sooners, but
What was that? 14.5? It was pretty close to this.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't been too turnover prone yet there at Kansas State. They've been criticizing him for not taking enough chances.
Yeah.
And everybody in Nebraska's like, you might not want to ask him to do that. So if they're asking him and he's going to do it against Oklahoma, I think three.
Three of them.
Yeah.
Two innings and a fumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've seen him when he's overmatched too, like the Ohio State game a few years, 2019 College Game Day. You can tell he was overmatched.
Is he like the movie? What movie am I talking about when I do this?
Carly, do you know? Carly knows movies.
Name the movie. Sorry,
I never know the movies.
Name the movie.
Pee-wee
It's a
Herman?
classic. It's a classic cartoon.
I'm never good with these movies.
Cartoon movie.
I'm never good with this.
Happy Feet. How do you not know that? You remember?
Never seen that.
Well, he just was going nuts.
I haven't seen Happy
You got to
Feet.
show your son. Your son would love Happy Feet.
Your son would absolutely love.
Happy Feet.
No, it's
He'd be
not
in
that.
Happy Feet
It's
pajamas.
singing. It's dancing.
It's animated.
And it's
It's
animated.
all
show.
penguins, right?
Yeah.
And
He
they
would love
dance.
Happy
It's
Feet.
penguins that dance.
Yeah.
How do you not know?
What's the plot? Do they have to
Happy
overcome something, or they just dance?
What is
No,
why
it's
is he dancing?
singing, dancing. They're trying to go to. They grow up. He's a little kid. He doesn't get his shell gets broken too early. So his dad's like Elvis, right? So he's like,
Yes, that's right.
his
Yeah,
dad's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Elvis, like he's the man, he's the guy, but he fumbles the ball. You know how the men have to keep the egg underneath their feet,
Yeah.
and he drops the ball, and the egg goes out into the cold, and so he
And
doesn't
cracks too
mature.
early, Yeah.
He doesn't mature like all the rest of them, and so he can't sing. And you have to be able to sing to get the honey. And everybody's chasing. Man, you got to see it, bro.
That's
You
great.
gotta, no, you
It's
gotta
a classic.
show- you
It's a
gotta
really
show
a
your
good one. It's good
No,
for
it's great.
adults.
No, it's really good. It's good for adults. It's good for kids.
Carly's looking like I don't know that either. You've got to see Happy Feet.
No, I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I think it's on Netflix. Yeah, Netflix.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot, I'll get to Happy Feet.
What
guys.
kind of What kind of movies? What kind of movies?
Yeah,
do
what do
show
you?
your
Yeah,
son
what do
then?
you let him sit
No,
down?
I
Barney?
watch horror movies. It's almost Halloween.
With your son?
With the
With my son. Yeah, he's young. He doesn't know.
oh my god!
What are we doing?
No,
It
he,
is-
he
it is-
watches like Sesame Street and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Look, can you imagine Box sitting there with his son, right?
I know.
And
I
then
was
guess
gonna say.
what? Guess who looks at him?
His wife. Yes. His
Michael
wife.
Myers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Myers gives him the look. Like your son's gonna
And then
be
his wife-
traumatized
Yeah, and
forever
then
watching
and then his
Michael
wife
Myers.
is gonna look at him like that. Like, what are you showing our son?
That's
We were
crazy.
watching, what was it, the Game of Thrones the other day?
That is not horror.
No, it's not horror, but it's probably not child.
That's corruptive.
good for children.
No.
That is corruptive. Like you're gonna turn him into a Joffrey. Like he's gonna be a Joffrey in the house now.
He's
Unbelievable.
he's not even 1.5. He doesn't know what's going on.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Unbelievable.
We'll get him
Oh,
on football.
a baby penguin is a chick. Thank you, Thundersoft Collins. We appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So happy.
Word on the street, they're saying that
What's his
Kyle Whittingham is gonna be the guy.
Ooh.
Are you buying or selling that, Bach?
I would sell that. That was the rumor back before Mike Riley was hired.
I'm
You
selling
know what?
that.
On Old School, we're gonna have the same crew. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
Sounds good to
Let's
me.
talk coaching. All right. It's been a good show. We ended with Happy Feet, so we literally went from strict.
How do you
Picks to
not
Happy
know my
Feet. We
dance?
went to basketball, football. We talked about just about everything, but that's on the blog for you. It's a Friday. Everyone have a great weekend. Stick around. Old School is next. Myself, Strick, Bach, everyone in the room.
And Carly's going shopping.
And Carly's going shopping for all of us. She's going shopping for all of us. For myself, Nate Brennan, for the Husker Hall of Famer, Eric Strickland. We'll see you next week on the block.
Oktoberfest is back. Dust off your lederhosen and head to Kincaid Brewing in the Haymarket for one of their